Nkodisi and Mabasa, we are reporting here that actions have been taken, including opening a case, and these matters have been followed up by by law enforcement in the country. So we are working and cooperating with law enforcement in dealing with this matter. Nkodisi is not in the payroll of the ANC, but these matters have been deferred to the disciplinary internal processes of the ANC from the point of view of the employer. But we will not leave him, even where he's employed in the Free State. As a member of the ANC, given that report, he will be brought to book for what they've actually done to head the African National Congress. So steps will be taken, and steps have also been taken to deal with the matter internally in terms of discipline in the organization. So the general manager is handling that particular issue. We will not discuss the judgment and what judges said, because they did not allow us to argue in court in terms of the SCA. Our application to allow the evidence of the forensic to be admitted was dismissed. So to argue on the reports that the owners of the report were not allowed to table, it's a bit unfair, because those questions will be answered. Edward Nathan Sonneberg Company is a reputable firm, well known, and their report is on the letterhead, and it was conducted thoroughly in terms of this matter. The ANC might have been lax in terms of diligently and moving faster in dealing with this criminal act, but it does not mean that it is not a fraudulent and a criminal act. It is, and that will be pursued with everything at our disposal. More so, facing a possibility of paying out huge sums of money to an act of criminality. So you can't just leave it like that. Actually, this thing is more than just, it is a heist, actually. It is a heist that has been meted upon the African National Congress. It is a heist, and a big one. Like all heists, they happen with internal conniving at the shop floor. Like all heists, they happen like that. It's a tip-off, working inside, that today we are transporting 10 million, be on the alert. That's what we have found in the police over time, that all heists are not just happening without information and working of people internally. So this is a fraudulent matter. It's not a case of people who are making a genuine issue. What makes it more credible is because people who worked in the office actually provided these documents to the party, which is Ezulwini. People who worked in the ANC provided these documents to them. Nowhere in our dealings in the election house did we ever had a report which is not from anyone that says that we've got posters to the tune of 102 million and be aware of that. Nobody. The head of elections account to the officials, account to the NWC, account to the NEC, account to the subcommittee. That's what the head of elections does. Doesn't work alone. Where in the subcommittee has it ever emerged that we've got posters to the tune of 102 million? 102 million posters, it means the whole campaign. The ANC struggled financially and yet we had 102 million posters that were procured. So what I'm saying to you is that that thing was not there. They will argue till they turn blue. They will give you reports, faceless reports. I'm telling you now, on behalf of the ANC, we never entered into any contract with Ezulwini. And when you enter into contracts with people, it is done above board. There is nobody who can take a unilateral decision to procure for 102 million without the knowledge of the treasurer of the ANC, which is Paul Mashatile. There's no signature of Paul Mashatile, nothing to the so-called piece of paper. And then you are then supposed to pay 102 million. How will that happen? We can't take a decision here today without the TG of the ANC and the knowledge and agree with Mahlengi that we are now going to procure posters for 200 million. It must be approved. It must go through processes. So yeah, it is an arrangement. Give me that paper to justify this. And then that is it. Now, the report summary and all of that, we've got the report. We've got the report. It is not summary. We've got a detailed forensic report from a credible firm, and then they did the thorough work. It is not Mbalula. It meant even myself, I was investigated, and everybody involved, Paul Mashatile and everybody, were investigated. If you understand forensics, how they actually work. So they produced the report at the end, which that report was dismissed by SCA. Now, on technical basis, even criminals win cases on technical basis. But the moral of the story is that we never had a contract with these people, such that we can go all the way to oppose a genuine small company that procured stuff for the ANC, and the ANC is refusing to pay. And it answered the question of Sam Kell.